There's a monster living inside you, not the kind from movies with claws or red horns. Something more dangerous, something human. It's the fire in your chest when someone disrespects you. It's the shaking hands when life doesn't go your way. It's the outburst that ruins relationships and makes you weaker than you realize. And the worst part? You keep feeding it. But what if you could kill it? Imagine walking through chaos with calm eyes while everyone else around you is screaming. Imagine battles, arguments, insults, none of them moving you. That's not fantasy, that's reality. And one man mastered it better than anyone else, Miyamoto Musashi. Musashi wasn't just a swordsman, he was a storm wrapped in silence. Over 60 duels, each one life or death, and he never lost. Not because he was the strongest, not because he was the fastest, but because he was unshakable, emotionless in battle. While others burned with rage, he stood still like a mountain. And now, you're about to learn his way. 1. Anger is a leash, and you're holding the wrong end. Let's be brutally honest. Anger doesn't make you strong, it makes you owned. Every time you explode, every time you let someone push your buttons, you're handing them the remote control to your life. They say one word, and suddenly they own your mood, your actions, your choices. That's not power, that's slavery. Musashi knew this early on. He saw anger for what it really was, a chain around your neck, a weakness disguised as fire. The great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "When you are disturbed by external things, it is not they that trouble you, but your own judgment of them." Read that again. If someone can make you angry, they can make you do anything. Musashi cut that chain. He trained himself to walk into duels, into death itself, with the calmness of a monk. No insult could move him, no threat could provoke him. Real strength isn't how hard you strike. Real strength is being impossible to provoke. That's what made Musashi terrifying. Not his sword, not his speed, but his silence. A man with no emotional triggers is a man no one can control. 2. The day Musashi buried anger. There's a story not many know. Musashi, still just a teenager, challenged one of the most respected swordsmen in Japan, Arima Kihei. Arima expected a proper duel with polished steel. Musashi showed up holding nothing but a wooden stick. Arima mocked him, laughed at him, taunted him. Most men would have snapped. Pride would have taken over. Anger would have exploded. But Musashi stood still, silent, watching. Then, in one cold, precise movement, he struck. Arima fell dead. No shouting, no rage, just pure awareness. This is the secret. Anger is noise. Awareness is power. Musashi didn't fight with rage. He fought with control. Like death itself, quiet, patient, unstoppable. 3. The mind is a blade. Keep it sharp. Musashi wasn't just a warrior of the body. He was a warrior of the mind. He wrote, "Do nothing which is of no use." Anger, more often than not, is useless. You think it wins arguments, but it only shows your weakness. You think it makes you feared, but your enemies laugh. They know you're already controlled. The mind is like a blade. Let it rust with emotion, and it dulls. Keep it silent, still, and sharp, and it cuts through anything. 4. Why do you really get angry? Let's make this personal. Why do you get angry? Someone cuts you off in traffic. Someone insults you. Someone treats you unfairly. But here's the truth. You get angry because you think the world should move according to your rules. You think people owe you respect. You think life owes you fairness. But the Stoics, and Musashi, taught otherwise. Life owes you nothing. The world doesn't bend to your desires. Anger is the child of entitlement. Musashi understood this. He expected nothing. He walked alone, slept on the ground, trained his soul to survive without comfort, without praise, without control. And because he wanted nothing, no insult, no hardship, no defeat, could touch him. 5. Training the void. You don't destroy anger by screaming into a pillow. You destroy it by stepping into the void, by training your mind through discomfort. Musashi lived this truth. He starved himself of luxury, slept outdoors, took cold, harsh paths when comfort was easy. Why? Because comfort breeds weakness, and a weak mind is easily provoked. Try this yourself. Choose one comfort and cut it. Cold showers, no sugar, no scrolling through social media. Whatever makes you squirm, remove it. Train yourself to be untouchable, because most anger isn't strength. It's just entitlement disguised as fire. And here's the ultimate practice. Silence. Musashi would go hours, even days, without a word. Watching, observing, not reacting. Next time someone insults you, pause. Don't defend, don't argue, just watch. The power will shift instantly. You'll feel it. And finally, death. Every morning, Musashi meditated on his own death. Why? Because when you accept death, nothing else can rattle you. What's an insult compared to the void? What's a traffic jam compared to eternity? Anger melts away in the face of death. 6. Kill the ego, kill the fire. At its core, anger is just ego wearing a mask. You don't get angry because life is cruel. You get angry because your pride is bruised, because someone dared to question your worth. But here's the truth. Ego is weakness, and the more you feed it, the easier it is to break you. Musashi didn't feed his ego. He didn't care about fame, approval, or applause. He walked like a shadow, detached, silent, free. He understood a man with nothing to prove cannot be provoked. Kill the ego, and anger dies with it. 7. The final duel. Musashi's most legendary fight was against Sasaki Kojiro, a master swordsman, a national celebrity. Kojiro was proud, admired, untouchable, or so he thought. Musashi arrived late on purpose, hours late. By the time he showed up, Kojiro was boiling with rage. Musashi stepped off his boat calm as stone, holding a wooden sword he carved from an oar. Kojiro lunged in fury. One strike, just one, and Kojiro fell dead. That's what anger gets you. Blindness, weakness, defeat. 8. The modern code. This isn't about pretending to be a samurai. It's about carrying the same code in our daily lives. Stop reacting. Start observing. Stop expecting. Start detaching. Stop screaming. Start sharpening. Because the quieter you are, the stronger you become. Musashi wrote, "The way of the warrior is resolute acceptance of death." Once you stop fearing death, once you stop clinging to ego, once you no longer demand the world to act how you want, you become untouchable. And that's when anger finally dies. Replaced with stillness. Replaced with true power. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this lesson, support our journey here at Stoicism Muse by hitting the like button and subscribing for more. Until next time, stay still, stay sharp, and stay free.